Right, as far as I can tell, I should be live. I've got a different setup of camera and microphone now, so if you can give me a shout in the chat to make sure that I am actually where I think I am and you can hear me, that would be lovely. If not, I'm going to keep going anyway, because, you know, I'm only doing this for me. Right, thanks for coming along, thanks for watching. Hello, everybody. I see Paul's already seen my sustenance, so he's probably happy, but he can't have any because they're mine. Right, tonight I'm planning on building this Batman versus Superman Batmobile. It's not any particular scale. I think if it's built, we'll try and figure out what scale it actually is. But it's just instructions. 2 pieces of metal. They're basically photo etched from model making circles. But yeah, and a page of instructions, which is lovely and confusing because it's just bend this, fold this, put that in there, tells you all the part numbers on here because they're not actually numbered on the piece. So there's lots of referring back to paper and then seeing what you can do with what you found. So right, before we start, I'm going to open the Haribo because, you know, got no choice. I've also got some liquid refreshment in case I need it, because these can be somewhat challenging. I'm going to try not to swear, but you never know. You might be lucky. Put the Haribo right next to the microphone so you can hear that rattling every time I go for them. Right. As well as obviously the parts and the instructions, I've got some tools arrayed ready. I've got a little polishing cloth because these pick up fingerprints like nobody's business. And if you leave acids from the skin sitting on it, then you can it'll eventually eat into it and cause problems. So I'll just be sort of wiping over and polishing a little bit as I go. I've got a pair of pliers, which probably won't need, a couple of selections of tweezers, like flat sides and things, and a little tool that I don't even remember where I got, but it's quite useful for these because it's basically a little flat edge that you can use to fold up against. So, and some tweezers that are like the anti-gripping tweezers, useful for other things. So that's that. Evening, everybody that's watching. I should have said hello. We've got some of the guys from the Smooth Cave in sort of doing moderating business in the chat, assuming it gets busy and more than 4 people actually turn up. Not that I'm expecting any trouble, but it's nice to see you in here. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Right, so we've got Mike was in even before me. Thanks, Mike. Terry from Smooth Workshop. Paul glued to the sprue. We've got Vincent and Mr. Loth, who isn't a mod for some reason. I'll have to change that around, assuming he's willing. Raging Bassist, Scott Sutherland, everybody else still chatting amongst yourselves and saying, cake. Do you get cake? Kenneth. Hi, Kenneth. No, you don't get cake. You can send me cake. I like it, but no cake. Right. Somebody said cake. That's woken Terry up. Bruce Richardson. Can't drink brandy. But yeah. No, brandy's nice. You've got to have some brandy. But there you go. No photo etch bender. No, very brave. No, you don't need bender for this. It's all fine. If I need to do any curves or whatever, I've got various different tools and things that make little curved pieces. Yeah. I've got the chat sitting on an iPad just over there, so I can sort of see it, but obviously I'm not going to be really watching it. The other thing that I have that I'll probably need at some point is magnification. So I've got that within reach if I need it. Hopefully I'm not going to knock the camera, but we'll see how it goes. It's sort of in the way, but I figured this was probably the best angle for you being able to see vaguely what's going on while I can still see what's going on as well. Right, I'll try and waffle on briefly, but there will be moments of quiet because, you know, some of this is going to take some concentration. Right, so it looks like we're starting with this. I've got no idea what bits any of these are until they're assembled. So we've got the big bit, part number 1, which has got a little bit sides that need to be folded down. Then 2 goes onto it. 3, 4, and 5. They're quite nice. These are pretty much always done in numerical order. The only downside is they don't tell you the numbers on the pieces, so you just have to figure it out. So the first thing I'm going to do is get these in the right orientation that's that one, and that's that way, so I can see what's what. And the pieces are all randomly arranged. So one I've seen over there is that bit, and two I saw at the top there as well. So let me get the first couple of pieces off. Now, I'm sorry if the reflections are obviously going to kick in and cause all sorts of problems with these. So these are generally held in place with 2 or 3 little tabs. So you can normally sort of bend them a little bit, and that gets them out, which is where some of the tweezers come in useful. If you can do that without the other light on so I can see. Hopefully just bending away the excess a few times, and that will just pop it out. I suppose you could use a knife or nippers, but being that it's metal, it doesn't really work that well. So that's got rid of one of the tabs. So there's only 2 left now, so I can twist to get that out. So that's part number 2. Part number 1 was this big one here. So let's just gently start this going. Right. Kenneth says, what's the finished model going to look like? Hopefully it will look like that. It's the Batmobile. That's on camera. The screen's behind me. The Batmobile from Batman vs Superman. The big tumbler type thing. That's the theory. That's what it's meant to look like when it's finished. What it will actually look like will hopefully be pretty recognizable as that. There we go. That's that one off as well. So now I'm going to get them out of the way. I'm going to get this out of the packet so I can use that when I need to. Right, Robert Barlow, where can you get these kits from? This one came from Forbidden Planet in London, but they are available online, Amazon, everything like that. So they do an awful lot of them. They do several themed ones. There's lots of Star Wars ones available as well, which they seem to keep bringing out new kits for. There's R2-D2 and the Millennium Falcon, as well as X-Wing, TIE Fighters, Walkers, all sorts of things. Right, let me grab back the instructions so I can see what I'm doing. The problem with these is you do need to fold them to get them, you know, into the right orientations, but the more you fold them, the more chance there is of breaking them. And of course the first piece is going to be a problem because I don't know what side's which. It's got sort of photo etched pictures on one side and not on the other. So I'm going to sort of flick ahead and see if I can see. That looks like that. It's going to be there. So I'm thinking that's probably the underside. Conveniently, this one doesn't actually tell you. Ah, E. E means engraved side. So there we go. So it is that way up. So I need to bend down. Oh, need more room. These 2 little edge pieces. The folds on these are normally 90 degrees, so we'll hopefully get these in the right orientation. And that whole end side, that's where it starts getting interesting because there's bigger bits than my tools allow me to bend. So I'm going to try gently folding that up along the edge. Now I have done some of these kits before, not this particular one obviously, but normally I'll do a few bits and then put it aside for the day, for the night, and come along and come back and do it another time. But I'm going to see how far I can get. I've got 8 hours apparently. Right, let's see. Vincent says, get a tile or a glass cutting plate or even a regular dinner plate and your knife. Cut the photo etch from the front of the knife. Ah, no, it's fun. It's fun bending it backwards and forwards. Adds an element of risk. Right, this has got all the big sides fold down, and the little bits on the inside fold down as well. Where's the fun of doing it like that? You've got to do it when it's a chance of breaking it. And hopefully, if you do break it, it'll be a bit that doesn't really matter. And you can get away with it. I think one of the TIE fighter that I built has only got one gun on the front of it. Been a long time since I've actually done any of these, and I've forgotten how small and fiddly they really are. So there may well be noise and swearing. And big quiet patches where I'm thinking about what I'm doing. So apologies in advance. Right, that's that. That goes on to there. So this is where it gets fun. You've got little tabs, which hopefully you'll be able to just about see on there, which fit through the holes that, again, hopefully you can just about see on there. And then the other side has to be folded up, folded over. So there you go. There's one just come through there, and one of them isn't coming through. Why is that? Tweezers to see if I can see. It wasn't quite lined up, and it started folding up on its own. I can feel that a little bit. Yeah, that's obviously doing it with your fingers. You can actually feel when it starts to pop out. So that's those coming through the inside. So I'm just going to fold those over flush. And that is the first piece done. First piece put on. Yay! Let's get rid of my fingerprints from that. Right. If you break it, it's a waste of money, says Steve Should Scale Models. Yeah, it's true, but you know, they're not expensive. I think this was about 10 or 12 quid a little while ago, so it might be a little bit more than that. Right. Smooth says, looks fiddly, but used to working with small stuff. This is true. So this, I don't know, so we'll figure out the scale once it's done, because this is 1:144, which is my standard scale. So if that's going to be a wheel next to that, I know the wheels on this are quite big, but they're not huge. So it's probably a bit bigger than that. It's probably, I don't know, maybe 100-ish. Kenneth's come up with a drinking game. Every time I swear, you take a drink. I don't really swear. I'm not a sweary type person. But you might be going thirsty tonight. So that's that first bit. Now, number 3. It's the long one. I've got to go back to the instructions and see what's what. I'm sure this is thrilling watching for you. So thanks for sticking out with me and keeping me company while I'm doing this. I can't see number 3. There it is. Just on that left-hand side there. That bit there. So it takes a couple of flexes to get one of them off, and then it's easy getting the rest off. Once you're down to 2 pieces, it bends really easy. So that's part number 3, which also folds up. Doesn't have a side one way or the other. The sides of that need to fold down. While you're here, I'll remind anyone that hasn't already tried, pop along to my Facebook page and join the competition to guess when I'm hopefully going to hit 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Before I started tonight, I had a look, I was at 895, which I'm so impressed with. I didn't even imagine that it was going to get anywhere near that. But so the 1,000's what we're aiming for, and I'm running a competition where I'm going to give away one of my branded hats to the person who guesses the correct or closest time and date to when I managed to hit the magic 1,000. The competition will actually only run until I hit 950 to save people coming in at the last minute and, you know, guessing now or tomorrow or anything like that. So you've probably, hopefully, not got a very long time to join it. So have a look at facebook.com gross models. Find the post that says about the giveaway. Just seeing what I've got to do with these tabs underneath here. And enter that, and say after I hit the number, hopefully when I hit the number, I'll figure out who's the closest and give them a shout, and we'll arrange getting a Gross Models hat to them. Probably a sticker as well. There we go. That's that bit. Now we've got to fold up the edges. Now what's this? Oh, little detail pieces. Just tells you to fold it up a bit, but not too much. Fold up and the sides fold out. That's part 4 and part 5. Missed that. Right, I've got to find them and put them in. So 4 and 5. 4. There. There's 4 right in the middle there. There's only 2 tabs on that one, so I can easily just push that round. There we go. There's 4. And 5 is probably close to it. Over the other side, over there. There it is. That's 5. Looks like Paul and Terry are suggesting other alternative giveaways. Gross Models branded mankini. Summer's coming, don't need a hat. Got any shorts, Mike says. Summer's coming, but it's still beginning to be cold. You can save it for next year. Right, so let's see. Which one of these is which? I've forgotten. 4 is the one that slopes that way. So the little bit's got to go down, as has the outside bit. Yes, and then they go into there. In what way? Right. Yeah, okay, that goes on there like that, and then like that. So let's get the little bits done first. Yay. Starting to speak, sorry. All right. That's that. Then we got the big bit. Looking good. No swearing, no breakages yet. That goes into those 2 little holes on there. Might need to break out the visor in a minute. Trying to get 2 little holes lined up. Talk amongst yourselves while I'm busy. Which is gone over there. There we go. That's that in there, and then just get them spread on the inside. Cool. And then same on the other side, I think. Yeah, that way around like that and like that. Yep, exactly the same on the other side. Skipper Ted's in. Evening, Ted. Oh, that went in first time. That was great. I like that. Never know, they might all fit in like that. I'm pretty sure this is starting a precedent. I think everyone's going to have to do a live stream of doing some photo etch. It shows how brave you really are. Right, I'll put that aside for a bit and do part number 6 while I get some more sweets out. Part 6. Out the top of that one. Right, now, it says it's quite nice building something while watching someone do all the entertaining. I don't know that entertainment is quite the right word for it. I think everyone's just waiting to see if I stab myself. I cut my finger earlier, even before I started on the photo etch, so it didn't start well today. I don't even remember doing it, but I noticed it hurt, so yeah. That bit's not wanting a break. What's that? There you go. Let's get it there. Cut the corner off as well. There you go. That's that. One done. Get that polished up as well. Now, 6 looks like it folds up into an interesting shape. So we've got to... what shape is it? That's interesting. It's obviously going to be hollow. Pretty much all of the edges get folded one way or the other. So you can often just start folding and see what looks like it's going to line up. Yeah, looks like that's just sort of getting there. So yeah, that won't go quite as flat as that. That will straighten up a little bit, and that will bend round. Should that match that? No, that's probably going to leave a gap there. That's strange. I'm not sure about that yet. Strange. There's a gap there, but probably should be there. We'll figure it out. So let's try part 7. And then it goes together again. So let's look up where part 7 is. 6, 6, 6, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Bottom right of that one. A little bit down there. There you go. They got a new bench that's nice and big, but I still managed to fill it up with stuff. Managed to get everything done, filled up, and then put a spray booth on it, and then put an iPad on it and a microphone, and got a camera out of the way trying to block everything off. So there we go, that's that bit. Now it looks like that goes, where are we, that way round, and that goes on the top. that way round. So yes, the top of that is flat. So for that to join up in there, it's got to go in further than that. So I've got to bend that in somewhat. There we go. And that should, yeah, that fills up that gap there as well. That looks much better that way around. Steve's shed scale model. I always have trouble with that name. Steve says that it's so tiny and fiddly. Yeah, you're not wrong. But that's what makes it fun. There you go. That's that in there. Pretty much how it looks in the picture. So I think that's probably okay. Let's get these tabs folded over. That one and that one. Trouble is starting to fold over bits that are sort of inside and where you can't quite reach. So that's that. That looks pretty much like that part that says A on it. So I've got to do exactly the same with another bit that's exactly the opposite. Parts 8 and 9. So let's see, where are they? 7, 9 is in the middle there somewhere. There's that bit, that way around. That bit. There we go. So let's find where the edges are. There's one. Steve says, how big will it be when it's finished? I don't know. They're not done in any scale. So we'll find out when it's finished. But I'm expecting it to be about that long, which is, where are we? I would guess it's probably going to be about 10 centimetres-ish. If that is centimetres on this scale. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, probably about 10 centimetres, I would expect. We'll see. Oh, well, look, the picture of it on the thing there is sitting across there. So yeah, it's going to be about the size of the bit that it starts on. That was 9, wasn't it? So I need 8, which is on the other piece. And at the top up here, there we go. Let's get that out of the way. Right, that's those. Put that down. Should know what I'm doing with these bits, but you know, when have I ever known what I'm doing? Will Chris be able to drive it then? Thanks, Robert. Yeah, I'm tiny. Didn't notice if no, Dave's at work and he's not in here. Dave's smaller than me. Right, let's get this folded down the same as the other one. The same, but exactly the opposite. It's obviously some sort of, no idea what it is, engine bay or wheel cover, or it's something. And we'll get that all done. There's that one. And that one as well. That's that bit. That was easy the second time around. And let's get that the right way round from that side. So it's that way round. That one in there. And that one in there. Cool. Nope, nope. Put back out again before I can fold it over. There we go. Right. Oh, Raging Basis says, is it snapped together? No, it's sort of not. I don't know how well it will come out on the screen. These little tabs, the little bits that stick out, you sort of put through a slot and then fold it down. So it's sort of slot together, but sort of, you might be able to see easier on the instructions. So these little bits that stick out go through and then either twist or fold over, and that locks it in place. So that's B, and then we put them aside and carry on with something completely different. It's never easy, this. It's great fun. I'm not sure why Terry's got the thought of me in a latex rubber suit. I don't want to know why he's thinking about that, but there we go. Right, so I need 10, 11 and 12 for that bit, so let's get all of those sorted out while we're here. 10, let's see on there, a little bit there. 11 and 12, there's 12 I see down the bottom of this piece, and there. So 11 is on the other piece and is one of these big discs. Yeah, that's going to be fun. How do I get that off without lots of little flexing? Pop, there we go. So this must be a wheel. 10, 11 and 12. Let's move that out of the way. So clean these up. Yeah, like a cardboard model, but with metal, basically. Yes, yeah, because it's obviously metal, they can make it a lot smaller than cardboard, and it's nice and shiny. I suppose in theory you could paint it, but I've not seen anyone paint any of these before. They look quite nice in the plain metal. So this is the engraved side, so we're folding these upwards. There you go. That's that. 11. Let's get rid of this extra bit from the outside there. There you go. Rid of my fingerprints again. Now that goes into the inside of that. This is where you find out if you bent them in the right amount, because they all just line up in place. Yep, they're all through the holes. So let's fold those outwards. It's not, strictly speaking, a detailed kit. There's lots of detail on it, but there's also lots of these tabs that you'll be able to see once it's completed as well. So it's not technically finished. Raging Base is going to be researching this tonight, apparently, when he can't sleep. Is that you can't sleep because I've been boring it a bit? Oh, mate, you go to sleep. Just keep watching me. I'll put you to sleep. Don't worry. Right, 12 is this little bit. Now, these bits that have got lots of ridges inside them basically coil up. So that's when you need something else. So a little screwdriver, maybe, about the right size. Just sort of ease them around. Try and make it as circular as possible. But unless you've got something that's exactly the right diameter, you're not really going to get it very spherical. But that's pretty close. Now that goes into the inside, so it comes out there. So there's only 2 holes on those. Getting that in there. I might have that the wrong way around. Maybe the folded bits should be on the inside, but it doesn't say. I don't care. It's going to be, I'll do the same on all of them, so they'll all look the same, so it won't look wrong, if you can even see them when it's done. That in there, so they're sticking out there, and then you can fold them over. Oh, only one of them's come through. Where's the other one? There it is. Come on. You can do it. Get in there. There you go. That's that. A little bit of squishing, get that a little bit more circular. Evening, Shane. Yeah, 132. That's massive. You should get down to the proper scales. Right, 13. Left and right. Oh, you've got to do that twice. Okay, so I'll put that aside. I'll get the other bits out and do exactly the same again. Obviously, normally I'd be recording this, not doing it live, and I'd just cut away and say, I'll do that later, and it miraculously be done in the second of the transition. But being live, well, I would say you have to sit and watch, but obviously you don't have to sit and watch. You could go make a cup of tea and come back in 5 minutes and it will be miraculously done. But there we go. 13 is these little thin ones down on the bottom here, which I'm going to be needing, so I might as well get them off while I see them. These are the tyres themselves. Let's see. Apparently there's 23 of you watching me now. It's quite impressive. I wouldn't be watching me. So yeah, hello to everybody. If you're watching, pop into the chat, find the little chat button wherever it is on your player, pop into the live chat and say hello. See the guys. Bring your own cake. Gets easier as you get on with building these because there's fewer parts. It's like a jigsaw. Every piece you put into your jigsaw, you've got fewer parts to look through for the next bit. So it does get easier as you go. You can probably make out my family in the background being loud, but they'll go away eventually. Right, let's see. Can I tell what bits I need for this? No. Should be able to see them. There's one. That's one of the little hubcaps, I think. Let's go and check. What was it that I needed? 10. Yeah, there's a couple of these that are bigger, which are not the ones I want. Yeah, there you go. That is one of them. And the other bit, 11. There's a little bit. Someone tell me where it is. I can't see it. 11. Oh, that was 11 to 12. Must be. No, someone's stolen it. It doesn't exist anymore. 12. There you go. One of them little green bits. So there'll be another one that's the same colour as that little light green bit. It's over there. It was on the other piece anyway. There you go. That's that bit. The other little interior piece. That's that. And then I need that other bit that I just found. There it is. Right. What we got happening here? Raging Bases has got chocolate cake. That's, yeah, chocolate cake. I could do some chocolate cake, yeah. Duct tape keeps family quiet, says Robert Barlow. Yeah, but they get cross. You have to use a lot of it to keep. It's not just keeping them quiet from verbally. They start, throwing things around and chucking stuff. That makes more noise than anything else. So by the time you used all of that, you might as well just waited and they got to sleep. They pretty much always go to sleep eventually. And as long as they're making noise, I know they're not actually watching, so I can say what I like. It's too late when they watch it back. If they watch back later, then I'll just deny everything. There we go. That one done. Let's get this rolled up again. Sticking with that on the outside, so. Good night. The internet says good night as well. See, there you go. One of them's going to sleep. Let's get that a little bit too far closed, so use the tweezers just to open it again. And then we'll get that in there as well. Steve's sat in the pub now with no sound on. It doesn't seem to be getting any bigger. No, it's sort of lots of little bits getting built at the moment, and then they all come together by the looks of this particular kit. Let's see. Oh, it looks like once I've got the wheels done, I'll be putting them onto that base bit. So yes, it will be getting bigger. Stick with me. I know you can't hear me because you haven't got the sound on, but right, let's see. Oh, we've got left and right. We've got to get the treads going the right way around. That's interesting. But they're both the same at the moment. So let's see. We get that wrapped around the bigger part. Yeah, I think these wheels are going to be bigger than I thought. Raging Bases wonders if there's a net Ed 209. I don't know. I've not seen Robocop type kits on these. There are a lot. They do a few from games, Halo and stuff. Amazon is your friend. Gross Models is in no way affiliated with Amazon.co.uk. But if they want to send me free stuff from advertising them, then I'm more than happy to accept. Right, let's get that folded over again. That bit in there. Trying to get that doubled back on itself so that holds the treads properly secure. If you're going to use the bench to push against. Looking good. Right, now it's round, I can work on getting it a bit more evenly round. Just by eye, that's about close. Oh. Raging Basis says Amazon's no one, friends. Amazon is evil, especially at 2 AM. Yeah, okay. Drunk Amazon should be some sort of lock on your credit card. I'm not paying attention to which way round this one goes on. And I'm putting it on the wrong side as well. So my theory being, if I get it the wrong way round, I'll just do the other one the other way round as well. So that goes on the inside of there. 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one lined up in there as well. God, almost like I'm a professional. Get that on there. 2, fold it down. 3, folded down, and 4 folded down as well. So last little bit of polish, get rid of that. I'm going to put the seam of the wheel down the bottom, so it's, you know, well out of the way. Right, let's see which way round is which. If I've got the treads going that way from there, then that's the right. So I'll put that on my right. Sure, you can remind me in a minute which way round I've got them. Let's get that folded down already, because that would have worked out better last time. See, the second one's much easier than the first one. Just think by the time I was on the fourth one, it'll be, you know, virtually instant and almost do itself. Right. James Chapman says, piece cool, do various good detailed models as well that Metal Earth don't do. Yeah, Metal Earth just seems to be the one that I've seen. I assume obviously other people will do similar things, but this one is going sort of from that side with those going that way. Hopefully that's the opposite way around to the one I've just done. Steve says, before purchasing anything at 2 AM, you should have to take a test to see if you're drunk or not. I've seen lots of things of people having a Netflix account for your drunk self, because then it doesn't mess up the you know, suggested programs and everything of your non-drunk self. But yeah, they're opposites. They're good, like that, right? So that's those done. Now we get to put some of it together. I don't know why we couldn't have done this before. Figure out which one's which again. That was that one which goes over this side, but that's turned over the other way now. Nice of them to point out that instead of just hoping you're going to notice. So that bit goes in there and there. Yeah, maybe Amazon should have a drunk setting that you can log on to before you go out drinking, and then it will not actually order everything until you confirm it the morning after. That's those in there. Cool. Let's do the same on the other side. Get the right way up. What am I doing that way around? There we go. I think, yes. There's that one in there and that one in there. Okay, that's that. Now I need 2 more bits. 14. 14 is that big flat bit, and the big flat bit on the other piece as well. Right. Yeah, raging bases. Now that would be a godsend. Amazon understands it's 2 AM. We'd like to check that you want to buy this and you're not drunk. Are you drunk? Answer: no. Amazon, that's a lie, isn't it? Yeah. Well, you get cars with breath sensors in them, so maybe you should have your phone should have a breath sensor. It'd be useful for the inebriated texts as well. Some sort of holding pattern as soon as you press send. It's like, are you really sure? Are you absolutely sure? Are you sure? Do you want to think about this for 10 minutes and then we'll send it? Okay, let's get these on the outside then. So that goes on 2 little bits. It goes on the end of there. 3 little bits. 1, 2, and 2, and 3. Yeah, that's 3. There we go. And they're going to be fun getting folded down. Let's right. Let's fold these outwards rather than inwards. Not really enough room to fold them inwards. So we'll go outside. There we go. There's that one. Do the same the other side. How is everybody then? Anyone in the UK still got snow? I was here last week and then sort of disappeared. I think that's probably it. We're not going to get any more snow now. So, right, left and right. See, I kept them separate and then I brought them back. Let's see again which one's which. That one is left. This one is right. So we'll put this one on there. I'm going to go for that being, I can't quite put it at the bottom because it doesn't line up with the bottom, but we'll put it towards the bottom, shall we? There we go. That's all 4 of them lined up. Put it in. Then fold it over. So hopefully you can see that that's now getting bigger. Kenneth says it's going to be warm today, 28 degrees C. Yeah, that'd be nice. I wouldn't mind that. It's been about 7 degrees C here at the moment. Well, not at the moment. Today it got to about 7 and that was the warmest. I say I'd like the hot heat, but you'd like it for a little while. I'm sure I'll get fed up with it, and same way we get fed up with the cold. Like millionaires say they get fed up with the money. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying it for a bit and seeing. I might not. Okay, there we go. That's a couple of these bits that got a little bit squished. Let's correct those. Little polish up. So far, so good. That's either the front or the back. One of them. Make sure the tabs look like that. Okay, so I've done that side wrong because I didn't read the instructions properly. The tabs have got to be up and down, not sideways. So I've got to take that one back off and turn it round, or just turn around the middle bit. No, I can't get to the middle bit. So yes, there we go. First error. It's your lot's fault because I was talking to you, I wasn't paying attention. You need a knife. So here we go. Knife time. Potential for stabbing increased. Right, Angus asks, who's left in the 1,000th subscriber date sweep? I haven't really looked. I know there are a lot of dates that weren't until the end of March and April time. So there are still some future dates going. Although you can't change your entry. I'm not allowing that. Your first entry goes and that's it. If you missed it, then tough. But as I say, if someone else chooses the same time and date, then I'm going to go with the first person to choose it. So you don't really want to leave it too long. There we go. Just got that off without stabbing myself as well. No swearing either. So now let's put it on with that bit going up and down. So you still want that to be at the bottom. So I'm going to go with it up and down that way around. Making sure I did take the right bit off, which I did. So yeah, there. Yay me. I think once is the maximum time you really want to be making corrections to these, because if you have to open the tabs off and fold them down again, that's when they break. So you get away with one correction, but that's about it. Right, that's that, and that now looks like that gets put aside. That's about the place where I'd normally call it a night, but I'm still going. Alcohol always helps with doing fine detail stuff, so I'm sure that won't bode badly at all. Right, let's see. I have no idea what this little bit is, so we'll build it anyway and see what happens. Basically 15, 16, 17, 15. Can't see it for looking. I should probably cross these off as I do them. There you go, 15. Big bright green one. On that one. There we go. There we go. Gently get that bit off there. 15, 16. Oh, come on. Can't be that difficult. It's the number after 15. There it is, just above it. There's another 15 as well. Well, we've got 2 of them. Yeah, make 2 of them. So let's get the other 15 off as well while I'm here. There it is. And 16 was right next to it, wasn't it? So let's get that one off as well. 1, 2 tabs on that, so that should just bend. All right, thanks for Agent Basis. Thanks for coming in. If I'm still around later, you never know. Apparently I can do this for 8 hours, so you're welcome back if you finish. Have fun anyway. That's that one there. Oh. Let's find the other one of those, the other 16. It's on the other piece. And it's just there. There it is. So, what's the time? Oh, it's been an hour. Blimey. Robert Gear is off to do some building. No, yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for popping in. Surprised anyone's lasted an hour. I thought it was going to be just me. Right, this is going to be the fun bit. This has got a nice shape to it. So, we need to curve and flatten and fold down and fold around. Smooth says it's supposed to be a heat wave in Scotland this weekend. Mind you, anything over 5 degrees is tops off weather. Taps off, as he says, but I don't do accents. There you go. Let's fold that down. And that bit goes down as well, but this has got to be a curved, sort of like a tapered top. Let's get the tab folded round, because that's got to meet up with that. Kenneth's hanging around just in case there is cake. Yeah, the cake's a lie, Kenneth. Don't want to believe anyone that says there's cake. Someone had cake. I didn't get any. My weekly shop day tomorrow, so I might end up buying myself some cake because now everyone's been talking about it. Maybe a chocolate eclair. I quite like chocolate eclairs. Can't get that down because it's in the wrong angle and you can't push because the other bit there. Arg. Robert Barlow's waiting for the Dora giveaway. Yeah. The only Dora I've got sitting in the cupboard is the 144 one, which I do want to build at some point, so I won't be giving that away. If I can get an angle on the edge of the bench, so pretty sure it's going to be out of shot. Yeah, there you go, that worked. So now we've got to reshape it. Get the curve back to that, because then, yeah, the top needs to go on and the sides need to come out. It's a bit too big. I need to go with proper small tweezers, which I did have somewhere. There they are. That lined up there. You might not be able to see what I'm doing here, but once I'm done, I'll put some pictures up of the completed thing on my page. There you go. That's that, and then we get the bottom bit around and in as well. It's also got to be curved. Put them in. Little tabs on this. Pull them down before I can curve it round, and then hopefully they'll fit in nicely. Do. One of them done. And the other one. Yep. Still don't know what it is. But, okay. That bit needs to go on the top, but it's got more than 4 sides. So we've got to fold down and around. 1, 2, 3. And same the other side. There you go. Smooth's waiting for blood. His sweepstake's got another 15 minutes to run. Mike's 1 minute 40 seconds after him. Does that mean in quarter of an hour I'm expecting lots of urgent messages to pop up on the feed, all tagged at me, and my phone will start beeping as they're messaging me, and trying to distract me and get me to stab myself for their own amusement. I don't know. You call people friends and they try and make you bleed for their fun. It's Paul's been very quiet. I think he probably already had his time jumped out of his sweepstakes, so he's probably cross with me for not bleeding too early. Right, so we've got that to go on that side. There we go. All right. Put that to there. I'm going to do the other one. Hopefully quicker, you'll see. Practice and everything. Now, in theory, I know what I'm doing. Paul's still here. He's just obviously not really paying attention a bit. Just heard his name and came running back from whatever food he was eating. Obviously, I'm more than happy for everyone to stay and watch, but if you do need to do anything or go away or anything, I won't feel hurt. Not much. Even if I'm sitting here on my own, I'll get this finished. As long as it doesn't take 8 hours, because then YouTube will turn me off. So I've never done one of these in one sitting before, so it's quite interesting to see how long it would actually take. Paul's been busy sitting, apparently. Which way did I do that before? Did I go in? I have to go up. If any of you watching haven't already, so go and take a look at Smooth's Dungeon, where Terry looks after the crazies from the world of modelling and the Model Makers Boom Hut as well. Both of them have got great groups of people in there helping each other and everybody learn what we're doing, basically. We're all doing it just for the fun of it. There you go. That's that one done. Knew the second one would be quicker. Oh, boys. So, hi. Thanks. Can't stop for long. Just a quick look here. You're welcome. Stay as long as you like. Come back later. I'll still be here, no doubt. I haven't stabbed myself yet, so you haven't missed anything. There's still time. Now, Vincent and Mr. Lothmore making is a brother-in-arms sat here folding all the tiny PE levers and stuff for the cockpit of the BF-109. Angus says, will this go on the YouTube channel when you finish streaming? Yes, it will be sitting up there. If I haven't done it already, I will be putting it into the playlist that's got the other live streams in it. I think there's a couple of other live streams that I've done previously, so it'll be in there, and it should, I would assume, also appear in the recent upload bits. YouTube sort of sorts itself out automatically once I've finished, so it might take 10 or 15 minutes after I stop, but it will be up there. Welcome to come back and watch it anytime. Skip through to the interesting bits if you can find any interesting bits. If you do find any interesting bits, let me know where they are. Putting that on the other way round to that one, a little detail piece on there. Would I recommend buying an Apple Watch? I'd wear one. It's all right. This is one of the original ones. It's not the second or third generation. It's one of the originals from the new, you know, when they launched them. Was it 3 years ago now? And yeah, it does what it needs to do. It could do a lot better. It could do more, and obviously some of the newer models, I think, do more, but it didn't do enough more for me to warrant going out and upgrading. But the most useful thing I use it for is when messages and calls or whatever come in, you don't have to dig around in your pocket to get rid of the calls about PPI and things like that. You can just dismiss them straight away from your wrist. What's the other phones and watches are available? Let's see, left and right. Missed a bit out. I pulled a bit out without looking. About 17 I need. It goes on the bottom, which is the big blue bits, which are on that one. And there's one there. Yeah, the downside to the Apple Watch is you do have to charge it every night, basically. But I just sit it on the side next to my bed and have it charging, and have it as an alarm clock in the morning as well. So yeah, it's quite convenient. Robert Barlow says Apple. No. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm guilty of Team Apple. I did have a BlackBerry back in the day, but then when Apple started making stuff that just did what I needed it to do. Let's see, let's get that on there. As that goes around the outside of that, something must happen with those. Those two bits go down, so I'll do them afterwards. Get the 3 pins around the outside of here. I'm pretty sure soon I'll find out what this bit is. Really can't tell by looking. I quite like Batman, but I'm not a big Batman fan. I couldn't tell you anything, you know, more about it. I've read a few of the comics and watched all the films, but I'm not deeply into it that I could, you know, tell you the specs for anything or the stats of this encounter with whoever. Kenneth's also an Apple team member. Yeah, go Apple. All my videos are recorded on my Apple iPhone. Not this one. This is done through the webcam, but my normal videos on the channel all filmed on my Apple phone because it records in 4K, which is lovely. So that's the right one. Put that at the top. That's the left one. I'll put that down the bottom. Now these bits that look like Geordie's visor will go onto the front there in a moment. So I've got to fold that down. curve that around, and that bit will go up through there. If I had to guess what this was, I'd be going some sort of headlight, or I really don't know. I can feel little sharp bits digging my fingers, but no blood yet. Sorry. Yeah, a little bit of sort of Geordie's visor. Oh, that's right. I saw Mike said, "Hi, Chris." I thought he was talking to me. I think it's been here for ages, but it's Chris Smith just popped in. Hi, Chris. Robert Barlow, Batman vs Superman film was utter rubbish. Now, me and films are strange. Paul will tell you. I've got a thing about films. I like films. I don't remember ever having seen a film that I wouldn't say like, but mind watching. A lot of people come out of films and, that was terrible. What was this? What was that? And it's like, well, it was a film. It was all right. Some films could be better, but they're all right. I quite enjoy watching any film, really. I think it's got to be. Some films might, confuse me, or I didn't like the way they ended, or something like that. But it's still an enjoyable experience watching a film, just sort of escapism. I don't expect too much from most films. I don't get too much from most films. Don't exactly go into the cinema expecting it to change my life and, second coming. But I don't know, a lot of people go and, come out complaining and everything. It's like, well, you didn't like it. Oh, well, not the end of the world. But then again, I'm pretty easygoing about most things. I don't get worked up about stuff. Not much point getting worked up about anything, is there? Life's too short. Right, there we go. We got something completed. I don't know what it is. No idea. Right. Steve's back. Let's see what you've done while I was at the pub. Yeah, pretty much. It's getting there. It's the wheels went together onto something, and I've been building these two little things that I don't know what they are yet because I haven't cheated and looked ahead to see where they go. Trout and Chard's in. Sorry I'm late. Have you got a dog ate my homework? Has Chris cut himself yet? Yeah, the dog ate your homework is a valid excuse. I'll let you have that. As long as you brought a note from your mum saying why you're late. And no, I haven't cut myself yet, apart from earlier on today, which doesn't count because it wasn't doing this. Doing these bits came close a couple of times because they're quite sharp. Oh, and that one didn't go in there. Let's get that one in there as well. So, anyone know what these bits are? Don't know how visible they are for you on there. The camera, the screen's behind me, so I've got no idea what it is. There's two of them. I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. Right. Yeah, Kenneth agrees with me. Film's just a way to kill an hour or two. Steve also agrees with me. Enjoy watching films. If I didn't want to see it, I wouldn't go. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't go and watch every film. I don't go to the cinema very much. Pretty much the Star Wars films are my cinema experience. But, yeah, I wouldn't go and see a film that I knew isn't my sort of thing. So, yeah. Right, that's that. Let's see. Next up, 19. Let's go and find that. Where's number 19? You know what? I'm going to dig out my pen. And I'm going to cross out all the numbers that are lower than where I've got to. Hopefully, that'll make it easier to find the ones that I need. 5, 9. There's 19. See, found it. It's a big bit on there, so that's on that bit. That bit there, right. Remember that, keep your eye on that bit, people, while I'm crossing out these numbers. 18, 11, 6, and 2. Right, and then I completely forget to cross out any more numbers. Let's get 19. Yeah, so I watched Thor last night, Ragnarok. I quite enjoyed that. I didn't go to the cinema to see it, so I picked it up on Blu-ray and watched that last night. I enjoyed that. It was fun. Slightly different to all the other sort of Marvel movies, but all again tied in. Now it looks like I've just broken a bit. Yeah, that bit shouldn't be separate. So there you go. Robert says the last film we went to see was the new Blade Runner. I'll say no more. I know. Again, I watched Blade Runner a few weeks back. It confused me because it seemed to be an awful lot of attention needed. And when I watch a film at home, I do like to watch the film. I don't turn the phone off or anything like that, but I don't sit there watching Facebook while I'm watching the film. I'll actually pay attention to the film, but it still confused me. So I think I'm going to need to rewatch that again because it didn't make sense to me, a lot of it. But I'm sure that's down to me rather than the film. There's a lot going on in it, but I know a few people that have watched it and really liked it. I did quite enjoy it. There we go. That's those bits in there. Now, this bit that I broke off, luckily, is also held in place with 2 little pins. So I got away with it. So we just won't tell anyone that's not watching immediately that bit's broken. And they'll never know. Look, see? You wouldn't know. Kenneth says, yeah, some people feel entitled and everything owes them. Yeah, there's a lot of entitlement around at the moment. I paid good money to go and see this film. It should be exactly what I imagined. But, yeah, the world doesn't work that way. Part 20. There we go. I'm sort of the impression that if I met a movie star in the street, I'd, treat them as a normal person, I think. I'd say hello. I wouldn't expect them to, stop what they're doing or stop their meal so they can sign autographs or take pictures with me. It's like, they're just out and about. I'd take a picture, but without getting in the way. They're people too, aren't they? You don't want to. Now I'm a famous YouTube celebrity, of course. I'm sure people will be coming up to me and wanting me to sign things. And so if you do see me on the street, show some respect, people. I'm a person too. Right, let's see. Plan 9 from outer space gets better with every viewing, says Paul. Yeah. I keep thinking of District. Is it District 9? District 7? The cheap one that was about the alien work camp things. Paul often comes up to me on the street and refuses to show any respect. This is, yeah, true. Right, we've got little spiky bits on this. Let's see what we got. I need part 21 as well. I didn't bother getting that one out. These fold in. And everything folds around that. So let's find part 21. Robert Barlow wants a signed picture. I've keep offering to go into my local Waterstones and sign some books for them. Not that I've written any books. I just pick up a random book and sign it for them. But they took the decline and escort me off the premises. 21. 21. There you go. That's all that little bit up there somewhere. Tiny little bit there. All right. Okay. Still seems to be an awful lot of bits on this instruction, on this kit. Where are we? Hour and a half in. Doesn't look like it's nearly finished. Okay. District 9, that was it. Yeah, not Plan 9. That's the other one I was thinking of. District 9. That was a very strange film. Right, this folds up and goes over the top. Steve wants a gross sticker. Yeah, I've got some stickers. Maybe I'll give away a sticker or two. We'll see. If I manage to get through this without bleeding on it. Kong Skull Island. Yeah, I've seen that one. That was quite good. Different. Again, not quite what I was expecting going in, but yeah, quite good. So I don't tend to go to the cinema to watch things, but I do like picking up Blu-rays and things. So, and then now with Amazon and Netflix and everything, videos and films are always turning up at some point, aren't they? Things are much more viewable than ever before in human history. Skipper Ted wants a mug from a giveaway. I haven't got any gross mugs. I'm not just going to go and find one from my cupboard. I'll get in trouble. See, just the merest mention of a giveaway and Ted pops up again. I think he's been asleep. Right, that bit has got to go on the top. That's going to be fun. I'm quite impressed. I haven't needed to break out the visor yet either. Thought I was going to have to do that fairly soon on, but I've got away without it so far. Knife time again. Careful with everybody. Medics on alert. Oh. Right, somehow I've got to hold that in place while I push it in from the other side. So, holding with one hand, pushing with the other, while supporting with the non-existent third hand. Throw the knife on my lap. No, I'm okay, don't worry. So my left hand isn't my dominant hand, and that's the one with the sharp thing in it. It probably could have been worked out a bit better. It's probably about the time that Smooth said he had his time down for me stabbing myself as well, so I'm going to put the knife away. Right. Robert Barlow, when I was a lad, 3 TV channels. Yeah, I remember Channel 4 starting. Flashy intro was great. It was all computer generated, except it wasn't. Right, that's that bit. Now we've got this bit that I just made somewhere. There it is. Which way up? That way up. That goes in there. Again, no idea what this bit is either. I think they're just making bits up now. Yeah, I think we're reminiscing. Oh, it's not even E-models night, and everyone's reminiscing to the 80s and the start of Channel 4 and start of Channel 5 and getting up to turn the TV over. I remember my parents had a TV that had a remote control on it, but the remote control was actually on a wire. So you didn't have to get up to turn the channel over, but it was still attached to the telly. Here we go. That's that home. In there and get them folded over. So Countdown was the first show on Channel 4, apparently. Yeah, and it will probably be the last. Right, that's that. Oh, these bits go on there. Oh, they're something to do with the wheels. There we go. Right, which one's right? Left is the one with the thing on that. This is left. So left goes on that side. This is obviously some sort of engine and gearbox and things. There we go, gearbox. Now I've got 22 of them to put on the outside. There's the big blue things from the top there. There's the top there, isn't it? Yep. Right, well, we got Danger Mouse. My aunt had a top load of VCR. Every time you closed it, it was like an earthquake. Yep. We had from somewhere. It wasn't a VCR and it wasn't a Betamax. It was sort of a hybrid of the two that used some strange tapes that look a bit like Betamax tapes. But there was 2 spools, but they were on top of each other, and you couldn't get them anywhere. And we had like 3 films recorded on them, but very strange. Smooth's woken up as well. Someone said, giveaway, can you have a mug from my kitchen cupboard? No. Right, let's get these on here. This would be the big back wheels if the others are the front wheels. It's very quiet in here. I normally got an audio book playing while I'm doing solitary stuff that I'm not filming, but obviously that would be rude and probably against whatever terms and conditions. I didn't fold out the bits on there. There you go. Let's do that now. I suppose I could have put headphones on. That would have been the answer, wouldn't it? I can listen to some music or an audio book on headphones while you're not watching. So what do you all do while you're sitting on your own making models and doing things? Yeah. watch people on YouTube? Do you play music? Do you listen to books? You sing? Watch movies that you've already watched? We haven't finished page 2, so now we get to do page 3. Right, actually, I'm going to tear this in half. That thing goes across the join. Because then, I still see the part list. I'm doing this. I should have done that ages ago, but there we go. Right, 23, 24, 25, 26. Let's get these wheels done, and there's 2 of them, so do everything there twice. Right, let's have a look. Captain Pugwash has been made into a movie. Anyway, Chris, how's the build going? It's going quite well, thank you. Blockbusters and rental videos, yeah. Watch film. Right, Steve watches films, YouTube, or listen to music. Yeah. Trout and Child audio, Doctor Who stories, film soundtracks, comedy CDs. Yeah, it needs to be something that I've not got to pay full attention to. Regular basis, podcasts, have some music on, watch a movie that I don't need to think about. Depends. Yeah, I don't like having anything visual because it means, as I said earlier about watching films, I like to watch stuff when I'm watching it. So I know if I put something on that I want to watch, I'll slowly get distracted away and will end up not doing what I'm doing, and I'll just be sitting there watching a film. The Venom 160, what am I building? I'm building the Metal Earth Batman vs Superman Batmobile, which is basically like photo etch from model kits of an entire Batmobile. So far, if you've missed it, I've got what I think are probably the front wheels and the start of the back wheels and engine coming together in the last hour and 36 minutes. So that was 1 page of the instructions, and there's 2 more pages of the instructions to go. So we'll see how long this takes and how far I get through before I get bored or need a wee or cut my fingers off. Any of these things could happen. Didn't Blockbusters close down? They did in the UK. I think they're still around somewhere, though. Chris Smith listens to podcasts when building. Yeah, so it's got to be something you can sort of not be paying full attention to. And Blockbusters closed down because they didn't get into streaming years ago when it was offered to them. I mean, streaming sort of came out of nowhere, didn't it? It was always there, but when Speeds got there, it was there, but nobody really paid attention to it until Netflix was the first one that I recall seeing. Just sort of popped out of nowhere, didn't it? Right, so now we've got these bits to do. These wheels are built much the same as the other wheels. So again, if you want to disappear and go make a cup of tea or have some cake, come back in 10 minutes when I've done these. Or chat amongst yourselves as you've been doing all night. Movies are just there for background region basis. The noise on the TV is behind me. Yeah, I mean, you're on the TV. Well, I'm on the TV behind me at the moment, but if it was making noise, I'd be glancing at it and looking and, you know. I notice I've stopped wiping them with the cloth as well, so, oops. Right, what's the little bits? 25. There's one there. And the other one's on the other piece, the little purple bits on the instructions there. I'm going to put the other bit. There it is. Let's see if the glass will get in the way. Right. That way up. There it is. Right, Chris Smith's going to walk the dog back soon. Enjoy the walk, as people have been saying. People going off, yeah. It's been a couple of hours, an hour and a half since I've started, so you're more than welcome to disappear. I'm not Not going to take names at the door as who's still here, and as long as someone's still here, I'll still be making. Well, I'm going to finish this anyway because say the video will go up on YouTube after. Anyway, so if you do go away and come back and I'm not here, have a look through. There's apparently a new thing that YouTube have said they're starting doing where the live chat stays active on a video when you watch it back. So that would be interesting to see. You might all be immortalized on my channel. It sort of makes reading out the comments and answering them on live a little bit different because you don't actually have to read them out if they're going to be there for people to watch when they watch back the film. It's strange. No, it looks like we're discussing love film played a part of Blockbuster's demise. The film was delivered to your door. Yeah, that pretty much got the end of it, didn't it? Raging Base is making a brew. Not for me, thanks. I've got brandy. Toys R Us are finished, and the next one will be New Look. All right, we'll see. I don't know that I've got a new look in my local town. It's a shame. My day job is working on a high street, so the internet's great, but you do need real shops for some things. There's nothing quite like going into a shop and browsing, looking, picking up stuff, using real money to buy things. And saying hello to people as you're standing in a line, talking to cashiers on the tills, and stopping at McDonald's on the way home. I think when McDonald's and everything starts delivering, that will be a big nail in the coffin of the high street. So does Greg's do a delivery. That'll be it. When you can phone up for a pasty and a steak bake and get it delivered in 5 minutes. Or even printing, 3D printing. I've started doing some 3D printing myself, so when you can 3D print food, Star Trek replicators, that'll be when the high street is no longer required. Paul says Mackies do deliver around here. Yeah, you said that the other day. I don't know. How hot is it going to be when it gets to you? And when they mess up your order, you can't, send the guy on the bike back around to get your double cheeseburger. Yeah, Deliveroo. They deliver almost anything straight to your door. Yeah. Still a place for interactions with real people. I was saying that if I need to sort something out, I'd rather see someone face to face and do it, or text. An actual phone call, I don't like phone calls. Somehow text seems more. It's not more personal because you're still that step away, but you can actually think about what you're typing before you actually click send. You can make sure it's what you wanted to say, and it's down there in black and white. But rather than speaking to somebody about something and then not quite understanding, and because you can't see them, you don't know that they didn't quite understand what you were saying. Right. Oh, night, Steve. Alarm set for 4 AM. Yeah, better you than me. My day off tomorrow, so I can do what I like. I can stay up all night. Just got to go shopping tomorrow, though, so there you go. KFC won't be delivering anytime soon. No, KFC are having some trouble at the moment, aren't they? My local did shut when they didn't have any delivery problems, so then opened again, and then by the looks of it, someone kicked in their door. And they're open again now, but they have a note in the window that I walked past yesterday that said limited menu. It didn't say how limited or exactly what the problem was. You obviously had to go in and talk to them to find out what was what, but they're pre-warning you. I know they had some trouble with gravy, didn't they? That was the last problem they had. Don't know what the problem was with the gravy, but I know that was the last thing that they said. Trenton Charles got 4 more R2 parts in the post. Which parts are you up to now? What, I think I've done 54. I think that was the last lot that I had. I'm 4 parts behind. I say the leaders, the first batch, because they had some payment problem that they said they couldn't take payment, but what they really mean is we forgot to try and take payment. So I'm sort of a month behind by the time they got around and sorted that out. I keep meaning to contact them and say, look, send me out the missing ones. Get me up to date. But there you go. See, I've got to do that through a phone call. I don't like doing phone calls. I could message them, but they don't seem to respond very well to that. I think it's up to 60 now. That's quite a long way. 100 parts to it, so 54, I'm pretty sure is the one that I've just done, and that's getting close to finishing the second leg. So you must be probably done the second leg, and the head's almost complete. It's got bits to go into it, so hopefully the body will be starting soon, and it will start coming together. And I'm gonna have to find somewhere else to start filming it because it won't fit on my bench. Right, as last time I've done this and not paid attention to which way round the tracks are going, the treads are going. So I'm going to look now and figure out. I'll probably put it on the wrong way around as well. See, it's not paying attention. Yeah, that's got to go on the inside of that. Why didn't you tell me? Nobody told me. Right, Raging Bases pre-ordered Eagle Moss BSG ships Viper. I don't know that one. Is that the little ships, one every month or whatever, one every fortnight? Is it? I did Star Wars figures. I think that was D'Agostini as well, though. But right, I'll try and try binder and letter explaining no 3PO statue because they're having problems. Yeah, that's really annoying. Considering they knew when it was coming out and they knew how many people would be wanting them. You would have thought that they could have made sure they had all the bits. Initially, I can understand they had trouble with, was it the hat or whatever it was that you got free to begin with, because they weren't really sure how many people were going to be taking it up. But you're halfway through the thing now. They should have got everything ready months ago. It's been going on a year, isn't it? If you're part 60. So yeah, no excuse for that. I haven't got the premium subscription, so I'm not expecting a 3PO statue. Didn't see the point in paying the extra for stuff that got no real interest in. Right, let's see. That's that way and that's the other way. So let's put that one on there. Never had a problem with the Falcon though. Yeah, the Falcon. The only problem with the Falcon was when they missed out loads of bits and then sent them out 18 months after they'd finished it, which I still haven't put on yet. I must do that, part 100A. Right, Regular Basis says it's every other month. They're about 26 inches long or something with a 16-page mag for about 40 quid. That's big. That's very big. I assume they're like pre-made. They're not a model kit. That's quite interesting. I'll have to look into that. Not that I need any more stuff. I've got enough stuff. Really don't need more stuff. Right, let's get these the right way around on this. That goes that way around. And we have the right and the left. So this is the right. And I'll make sure I get these bits forward and back on this one, not up and down. There we go. Wonder what goes on the front, on the edge of these wheels then. Okay, so this one also got to be forward and back. And we'll get the seam, hopefully, sort of out of the way. And that bit. Right, let's see what we got. Oh, Smooth Terry's got his Chinese's here. Chicken fried rice and curry sauce. Yeah, I prefer sweet and sour myself, but there you go. All pre-made. Cylon Raider is up too, but not for pre-order. Okay. Yeah, I built a Viper. That's one of the first kits that I built. When I started the Falcon, it was when I got back into modelling from, you know, obviously everyone builds models when they're kids. Not everyone, but, you know. So that was what made me... I saw the Falcon and thought, got to have that. But didn't want to just go straight in building a really expensive kit without knowing what I was doing. So I was in one of the craft shops, like Hobby Zone or whatever, and saw a Viper kit and thought, that'll do. I picked that up and grabbed a couple of paints and took it back home, started painting it, thought, I don't know what I'm doing on this, and I didn't. So I had a look on YouTube and found that guru bloke who seemed to know what he was doing. He had a Viper build that he'd done. So I watched that and built mine sort of along with watching that. And it came out all right. That was all brush painted and mostly Tamiya paints, because it's sort of what I've always used. So they're the ones that I picked up. And yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good. So I thought I'd build a couple more kits, and a couple more kits, and a couple more kits. And then got bullied into starting making videos. And haven't really looked back since. It's been great fun. Met a few great people in here. 28. Oh, I'm looking for that. 38. 48. Not 28. Someone's nicked 28. There it is. No, it was a bit. Oh. Trouble is, all the bits are gone. I can't see which thing I'm looking for now. There it is. Yeah, so the Colonial Viper is what got me back into making kits. So you've got that to blame. I've been subjecting myself upon you all. Right, let's see. Oh, it's got a little TM&C, DC Comics. S15. Don't know what S15 means. Oh well. Right, so that goes on there. Let's fold these down. All right. Terry's busy eating. He's just going to make nom-nom noises all the time. Trout and Child, that's how I found Fox as well. I'm doing the Falcon, so I followed him. I think for about 6 episodes. Never found out what happened to him. Yeah. Good old 6 episodes, Fox. I think he has trouble counting higher than 6. Yeah, Raging Base is watching out for a reasonably priced Viper kit. Missed out on the £13 one Hobbycraft when I didn't have a job, sod's law. Yeah, it's always a problem with offers and things popping up. They never pop up at the best time. I don't remember how much mine was, but say it was, well, it must have been 4 years ago now. When did the Falcon start coming out? 3 years. 3 years ago, must have been. That's when I started doing this. I've got no idea how much the kit was. I know it wasn't expensive, but I always thought kits were more expensive than I remember, or cheaper than I remember them being. NE, what's NE meant? Has that been not engraved? Yeah, okay. So 29. I'm thinking it's probably that one. Yep, looks like that. Yeah, prices of kits are very strange. There's a lot of variation in them, and you can never tell why there's so much change. The 144 stuff that I like doing obviously tends to be cheaper because it's tiny. I think the Sikorsky helicopter that I did was only like a £5 or something. Really dirt cheap and great fun to build. But bigger kits obviously cost more. Right, let's get that on there. Starting to come together now, this. I'm quite happy with this. What's the time? 2 hours in. It feels like longer. It feels like longer for me building it. It must be longer for you guys watching it. Hopefully you're all doing other things. You're not just got me sitting on your widescreen TV. Rapt attention watching me build things. Put that one in there. See a couple of comments popped up on the corner of my eye, but I can't look away at the moment. There we go, that's that. Right, let's see. Yeah, wondering why the Discovery cost 233. Nice kit, but doesn't warrant the price. I didn't look at it myself. I know it's the right scale for me, but as a ship, it doesn't really do anything for me. Back to films again. I quite like 2001, but it wasn't exactly come to the mainland, Chris. There's toy stores that sell you 172 and smaller Revel kits, €5 to €10 all over. Yeah, our Raging Base is going. Head off. Thanks. Going to bed. Night all. Thank you for the live stream. Thank you for watching. It wouldn't happen if people weren't watching, but yeah, thanks. Good night. Vincent got a massive 132 Lynx helicopter for €12. That's massive. That's huge. Why would I want something that huge? That's the wrong scale. Right, that's that bit. So we've got a front and a back sorted. What we're doing now. Part 30. Part 30 is a long thin bit. There it is. That long thin bit. There it is. Right, that's going to be fun getting off without breaking everything. Keep dropping me cloth. Right. Yeah. It's only held in place with two things, so it should twist. Yep, there you go. That's 30. What do I need to do? Some 31 as well at some point. 34, 31 is on the other piece. And it's that bit down the bottom there. I like it when these kits start to come together and actually look like what they're meant to look like, rather than, you know, big pile of bits. So you can see those bits on there. Let's see, what have we got to fold down on this? The edges fold in. No, they're still the same. Right, so those bits got to fold down. There's my squeezy freezers. There you go. Do. So behind me, 18 viewers, so people are going. That's all right. Still 18 of you here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me, or turning up and not knowing what the hell you're watching, which is probably more likely. If you have just turned up, I'm building the Middle-earth Batmobile from Batman vs Superman. I've been going for 2 hours and it's not finished yet, but it's getting there. I've got these sides go down. Smooth's enjoying his Chinese. Okay, that goes on there. Pretty sure these end pieces are going to fold down at some point, but what are we watching? We demands to know. You're watching this. This is, I don't know. I've got no idea what bit this is. It's some sort of spoiler by the looks of it, so it probably isn't a spoiler. It would probably be a pretty safe bet that whatever I think it is, it probably isn't. It's like the plans that I make when I build videos. I plan to do something, and it's a pretty safe bet that whatever I plan is the one thing that's most unlikely to actually happen. Okay, right, that's that. Let's get that bit unsquished. Jewelry making hour. Not quite, no, it's the Middle-earth Batmobile still. Yeah, those sides do need to come down, so let's fold them down. At some point we'll figure out where these bits go. That's that way around. and then we don't do anything with it. Okay. Why don't we build that later? Make me build it now when I don't know where it's going to go. You're just going to make me put it to one side. Right, so let's find 32, 33. Get them built together as well. Looks like it's probably one of them. That one is 52 and 33. Yeah, I was right. Yay, got something right. That's 33. Let's find 32 as well. See, I've forgotten to start continue crossing bits out. So knew I would. 32 is, and there somewhere. That's that big bit there. Yep. At least lots of this is going empty now, so it's the end is in sight. Getting there, nearly getting there. Have I not got a photo etch bending tool? Nope. I haven't actually built any kits that have got photo etch in them yet. I've been doing a few of these, but I don't know that it would really help because they're not, normal shapes and things. Chris Smith says, what made you want to start filming your builds? I was bullied into it, basically. I was making stuff and in the model maker's boom hut, and a couple of the guys in there said, why don't you film it? We'd like to see what that looked like when you were building it. So I thought I'll give it a try. I probably won't like it. I never used to like hearing my own voice. So it was like all right, I'll try. And did the little Hawker Hurricane, which was a little quick build. About an hour's video, which is probably 3/4 of an hour longer than it needs to be. And really enjoyed it, and enjoyed the filming of it and the editing of it, and I just liked it all. So I just continued to do it, and have been going ever since. Not looked back. As long as my viewership keeps going up and people keep coming back and watching, then I'll continue to make stuff and hopefully encourage people to build things and enjoy what they're doing. Basically, if I can do it, anyone can do it. So if that's not, reason to keep going, then I don't know what is. So will I keep the stream going until we finish this? Just wondering whether to get comfy and settle in for the night. Yep, I'm pretty much there now. I've started, so I'll finish. There's fewer and fewer parts on these metal sprues, so I don't see it being, maybe another hour-ish, maybe. I don't know. I'm guessing. But yeah, I'm here for the night now. Barring acts of bladder. Troughton Child remembers the Hurricane build, yeah. But it's still there if anyone wants to go back and watch it again. That's the nice and interesting thing about YouTube. I went back and watched it last month and was quite shocked. I mean, I know my videos now aren't exactly professional, but I don't think I say and ah quite as much now as I did in that build. Yeah. But it's all good fun. That's what it's all about. Life's too serious. If you take everything too serious, there's no fun. Enjoy yourself. Get out there, try new things. So if I was going to be making stuff anyway, it doesn't take any major effort on my part to film it and waffle while I'm doing it. Especially these live streams. This I've had. Paul got it for me for my birthday, I think, a year and a half ago. And it's been sitting on the shelf downstairs. It's one of those things that, oh yeah, I'll get round to it. I'll do it. I'll get round to it. I want to do this tonight, and then I'll do that, and then I might as well I should do this first, and I'm halfway through building that, so I better do that first. So I figured I haven't done a live stream for a while. People seem to enjoy the live streams occasionally, so why not? I'll do one specifically for this and see if it's, you know, watchable. You lot seem to be watching it, so, you know. Should I do another one? If so, what should I bet? What should I get? I don't think I've got any more sort of sitting downstairs that I haven't built. So I'll have to pick a couple more up. I have done quite a few, so I'm not going to, you know, not going to do any that I've already done. There's a couple of the more recent Star Wars ones that I haven't got yet that I will plan on doing. Star Wars is always fun. Oh look, there we go. That's where we get the other bit. It's not a spoiler. It's the middle bit that joins it all together. There we go. Let's see. Oh, Trout and Charles says he's just been conned into being in front of the camera from behind the scenes making vids of the film. Not impressed with himself. It grows on you, or some people. Obviously, it's not for everyone. But if you don't try, you don't know. You have a go. If you enjoy it, do more. If you don't enjoy it, don't. No point in saying you don't like something without trying it. I didn't think I was going to enjoy this, you know, the filming and making stuff. But enough people bullied me that you should have a go. So I had a go, and yeah, I did enjoy it. Nothing lost, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I would say it doesn't cost anything to try, and it doesn't cost anything to try. But then if you do try and you enjoy it, then you end up buying more stuff and a new camera, a new microphone. So yeah, everything you can get by with whatever you like, but if you want to get into it seriously, obviously you can spend more on it. But you don't have to. Most phones now record video perfectly adequately. So I use my phone for recording the stuff that I record. Chris Smith says, just started filming my Star Destroyer crash build and watched it back, realised I've done most of it off camera. Yeah, I do that. I can't see what I'm doing now. It might well be completely off camera, but I keep glancing back over my shoulder occasionally to see if I'm on camera or not. But yeah, it's very easy to do that. The way I am trying to get to grips with it is by using a mat, or cutting mat on the bench that's got marks on it, and you can sort of make a mental note or even a physical note, put little marks on it where the camera shows, and just try and keep within the area that you've set out. This is fun. This is a tricky little bit, trying to get the bits lined up. I'm pretty sure the Batmobile shouldn't have a big fold in the middle of it. But that might just be because I haven't got this bit together yet. Trying to get one little tag through the last of the holes. I think I missed. No, it is there. It's just not quite there. Trouble with these is obviously quite delicate, so you can't push against one bit. No, it's not there. Thought I could see it, but I can't. There it is. There you go. It's getting there. The wheels don't touch the floor, but just a little bit of bending. There we go. Right, now it's coming together. Right, next bit, 36. I don't know how many there are. There's at least 50, aren't there? So, it's getting there. 36 is not on that piece. Or it might be, and I just missed it. Not on that piece either. So, yeah, no, there it is. Yeah, 36. That long bit there. Right, so yeah, just that bit to worry about at the moment. We've got to get that to look to the right shape. So it's going to fit on the front there. It's got a fold to there. The top bit's got a curve. 2 folds and a curve. It's like the mud guard or whatever. Don't think Batman's terribly worried about mud. It's probably not a mud guard. But it'll stop people that he's run over splattering all over his wheels. There you go. There's that one. So that goes over here. That's what goes on those bits. There you go. I was wondering when we find out what goes on the outsides of those wheels. And that is what it is. No mud, Ted. No mud. No weathering on this at all. Right. Trout and Chard. Question. I didn't say I was doing questions. When doing the live feeds on your own or with Tedster and Fox, do you ever see a comment in the post that annoys, upsets you and you have to bite your tongue? I don't know if it upsets me. Especially on the eModels feed. Obviously, it's not my channel, it's eModels, so you've got to think about what's right for them. But no, I've not seen anything as yet that upsets me. You obviously get a couple of people pop in and mess around and spam and things. Very rarely, I must admit, but it does happen occasionally. That's what the ban button's for. I only ask because we give you guys some stick every week. Nothing we can't take, or nothing I can't take so far. So Ted's sitting there next to you. I'm sure if he's got a problem, he'll tell you about it. But that's the nice thing about comments. They're easy to ignore. If people are being abusive or anything, then obviously they can get kicked out. But it's just as easy to not read something out. Although on the eModels things move quick enough that it's not a case of choosing not to read something out. It's a case of I didn't get a chance to read it before it was long gone, or by the time there was a lull in Ted talking. Ted talks a lot, doesn't he? He just keeps talking. Can't shut him up. So by the time Ted's finished talking because he has to breathe in or something, then the comment isn't relevant anymore. So it's a time when it's, you know, past its moment. There's no point in going back to it. 39. Let's see what we got here. This is probably for the same for the back. Yeah, there we go. So pretty much once we've got these back bits on, then we're going to be putting the cover on and we'll be done. I'll be done, not we. Royal we. And again, I can't find 39. Someone's nicked it. 38, 39, there you go. So it's a big bit on the other bit. What's the other bit? Never the bit that I'm actually holding. 39 is that big bit there. Right. Ted uses all the words, yeah. Pretty sure some of the words he uses don't really exist as well. I think he makes them up. That's when Gunpla isn't mentioned, then Fox uses all the words, yeah. I haven't got a trigger phrase. I don't need a trigger phrase, so stop trying to come up with one. Right, so let's see what we've got here. This bit needs folding in all the directions. It's got to go down there. That goes down there. That goes across the front. That's got to be curved and fit into there. I don't know how visible any of this is to you lot. Because if I turn around to see what you lot can see, I'll stop doing it because I'm facing the wrong way. Right. Ted's old. Maybe they're words from way back. Yeah, that could be it. Ye oldie Ted Wood. Back when men were real men and women were real women and small furry creatures from Alpha Centauri were real small furry creatures from Alpha Centauri. This goes on there. I'm liking this. This is going together quite well. I won't lie. I was nervous about doing it all in one sitting. As I say, I don't. Previous ones of these I've built have been sort of half hour here, half hour there, rather than, where are we now? 2.5 hours. But it's coming together quite nicely. Apart from one bit so far breaking. No stabbing. People are still here watching. Nobody's died of boredom. At least if they have, they haven't fallen onto the thing. Hitchhiker's quote, just thinking about that, yeah. Hitchhiker's is quite impressive. I used to be able to figure out which book and give or take which page number a quote came from, but I haven't been able to do that for a long time. But yeah, they were my go-to reading material for many years. Trilogy in 5 parts. All right, sorry, Chris Smith. Is the R2 build worth it in your opinion? Yes. If I didn't think it was worth it, I wouldn't have started it. You know what it is when you're getting into it. As Trud says, Chris Smith, there's weeks when you feel it's too expensive, all you get is wire and a small bit of plastic. Yeah, but there's always going to be weeks when you get not very much, because there's other weeks when you get, you know, a blooming great LCD projector, which is got to be worth more than the cover price, although it's not as good quality as I was hoping it was going to be when it, launched. But you can't work it out week to week. You need to look at it as the overall thing. 100 issues, you know what it's going to cost at the end of the day, and you know basically what you're going to be getting at the end of the day. I wouldn't go out and spend the full price on it in a lump sum, but over the course of 2 years, it's affordable. Pretending to watch you while pretending to listen to the other half. Who's getting most of your attention, Robert? No, don't answer that, because one of us will feel sad. Getting the dome was awesome. Yes, yeah, the dome was. Oh, it's going to be the biggest single bit of the build, and it was nice. How was the printing on yours? I know a couple of them have got trouble with the blue line around the edge. Mine's not quite joined up quite right, but it's close enough that I didn't notice until someone pointed out that there was a problem, and I'm not worried about it. I'm not repainting it or sending it back or anything, but Chris Smith, cheers guys, mind made up. Which way did you jump? Tell us. I'm assuming good things, because we said good things, but are you going to jump in and get it? Are you going to video building it? Because I missed the first 30 issues of building it because I didn't film things then. Some of the videos of the build are quite telling when, it's a minute and a half long and 30 seconds of that's my titles. It's putting these two bits together this week. But you're going for it. Good. Yeah, keep us in touch. Keep in touch if you can keep it on camera. Yeah, for the first bit you're all right, but when it starts coming together, you need to move the camera a lot further away. I've got to figure out how to do that. Right, I'll finish that page. So, update time. There we go. We've got wheels, we've got undercarriage, engine at the back. It's getting bent up, but there we go. And we're on the last page of the instructions, which is the main body. So I'm going to get rid of that. Hopefully I won't need to know what piece numbers they are, because they're all pretty self-explanatory now, and there's not so many of them. So yeah, 41 is this bit. So this is where it all goes hideously wrong. Yeah, Troughton didn't check mine, looked fine. Yeah, it's the blue line around the edge. Some of them I've seen on the groups are pretty bad. So I think if you've handled it at all and not seen it, you'll be all right. Some of them are rubbish. It's like sort of joining up, should be like that, and they're almost like this. So yeah, if you haven't noticed the problem, you probably won't have a problem. I'm sorry if I've made you double check and look and find a problem now. I didn't mean to. It wasn't my fault. Right, did the Metal Earth Tiger tank. The wheels. Nice little kit though. Yeah, I haven't done any tanks. I've done a lot of the Star Wars kits, and I did one biplane that was quite nice. That just appealed to me. Got all the Star Wars Metal Earth and Tiger and Lancaster. I haven't bought any for, well, since this one was bought for me. So I think there's a few more Star Wars ones that came out that I haven't got. But I certainly got all the first batch with the... Sorry, I've got an alarm going off. Let's turn that off. The first batch that they did with all of the destroyer droids and things like that in it, which I've got and built. And obviously the Falcon, R2, the Walker. Thinking what I've got down there. I'm pretty sure there's a Star Destroyer. There's certainly a TIE Fighter and an X-Wing. Don't remember doing Slave 1, so I think that might be in the batch that I haven't got yet. I'm sure I'll be picking them up, but... I did the Master Chief helmet. That was quite nice. Right, let's see. Got to get all the edges of this folded down. Yeah, Slave 1. Yeah, that's one I haven't done yet. Tiny little bits to fold down. Right. Get them folded down a little bit more so they all meet up. Right, folded that down. Fold that up. Okay. And the canopy goes on the top. Let's get that out of the way then. Right. As this goes round and round. Right, no, they have most Batmobiles out now, including the 66 TV one. Yeah, I think that's the other one that I've got. I think I did that one. Oh, there's a bat signal as well. That looked quite interesting. I think there's a Halo Warthog, which looked quite interesting as well. Metal Earth should do some Jerry Anderson stuff. That would be, yeah, that would be quite interesting. Don't know if it might be. Yeah, see how that end's meant to go. Fold in amongst itself rather than pointing out backwards pointy. Yeah, I don't know if Jerry Anderson stuff might be sort of pushing themselves to the wrong age group. They need to be a little bit younger than that. Maybe that does need to go backwards. Let's point that out and see. Yeah, there's lots of like classic TV that obviously there's models of, but there can never be enough models, is there? Someone's always going to want something a bit different to what there's been. There's that hole. There it is. Get that folded over so it doesn't come out again while I work my way around for the others. There you go. Starting to look like a Batmobile. Right, so that's the one side. Now we need the other big bit, 42. Biggest big bit. They do a bat wing as well. I saw. I think it was on the back of the packet, actually. Yeah. There's 1989 Batmobile. That might have been the other one I did. 1989 Batwing. Oh, that was the 66. Yeah, that was the one that I did. The 1989 Batmobile. The Batwing looks quite cool. '66 Batman was a bit cheesy for me. Right, so let's see what we've got to do with this. That bit's got to fold down somehow. Or up. That folds up. Ah. Yeah, so they go up. Well, that goes sideways. Well, that's going to be fun. Chris Smith's already ordered his D'Agostini R2. Well done, that man. Nothing like jumping in while you're not got a chance to regret it. What are they sending you? Are they starting at the beginning? They're sending you out. I think when I started, when it started, it was we'll send you 2 issues, and then 2 issues, and then 4 a month, or 4 every 4 weeks. But it turns out to be basically 4 a month. Right, I'm not sure about the shape on that. I think it needs to be. It is sort of going upwards, so it is right. But there we go. Let's find 43. 42 is the big bit. 43 is the one side of that. There we go. Okay, so it's out. I don't know which way these back fins go. They don't really tell you. Right, they go up and in. Sort of. Yeah, there you go. In and around. Oh, sorry, the chat's disappeared. We should have an R2 meet-up when they're all built. Yeah. I was talking about doing that with a Falcon, but the trouble with these things is they're quite big and moving her around's not ideal. So let's have a look. We've got this. We've got that, which we're up. Small ones at the bottom, just like I've got there. None of this. Oh, it's there. You're right. Okay, got that the right way around conveniently. They go up through there. Yep. This is the bit that gets tricky because there's lots of little holes in there. I don't know if they're coming out on camera at all, but lots of choices as to which bit goes where. Right, I'll Ted's putting the chicken out. If you're watching in, night Ted. Thanks for popping in. Not Monday night. You're all right. We'll tell you when it's Monday. Fulton's still not done. No. Go get down and do it. Not going to do itself. Okay, so that must be there. There we go. That's that one in there. Do. Oh, good night, Terry. Yeah, thanks for popping in as well. Yeah, you get back to a regular sleep pattern at some point. So I'm honestly surprised that anyone's still watching, to be honest. So it's appreciated. You're keeping me company while I'm doing this. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got this done. There we go. That's that bit on there, I think. Probably all right. Not sure about that front bit. But we'll find out when it all goes together. Right, I've got gun. Batman got a gun on the front, has he? I've given up with numbers now. I'm just looking for the bits that look a bit like that bit. So that's that bit. Got to find another bit that looks a bit like that. Doesn't seem to be one on there. There it is. Right, so this bit's got to have some folding done. We've got those go down the sides, and then that comes back up the top. In there and around the front, and that one around there. Okay, now they come up and then come back out again. This is where these fall off because they got to be folded back double. That's not going to be fun. That's almost totally double. That's as close as I'm going to get it. I'm not going to want to fold these. So it's definitely going to snap off if I try and fold that back all the way. Right, 30 years of shift work has totally ruined just trout and sleep patterns. I've never done shift work, thankfully. I don't think I'd enjoy it. Chris Smith's got model making insomnia, not going for a while either. Right. Welcome to stay. I would say stay as long as you like, but you know, once I've done this, I'm going to go to bed. You can always rewind and watch again. Robert Barlow, I'm staying as you made me feel special by saying my name. I just said it again. There you go. Right, that's that, which goes on the top of this bit. Which all the sides have got to fold down. Do. There we go. And don't all go hideously wrong now, please, whatever you do. Still no blood. Doing well. Okay, that's that little bit. Night, Paul. Paul Shetland. Night, all. Work in the morning. Good night. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for visiting. Happy to have you. Right, let's see. I'm going to need to look up bits for these. 46 and 47. 47. Those bits next to where the wheels were. There you go. One of them. And 46 is on that one over the other side there. There you go. Do. Only a couple of bits left on here. Chris Smith just showing the Mrs. R2 and she approved. Can't believe it. What do you want? Oh, you'd already ordered it. That's why you only showed her now, didn't you? Well, Arlo says Chris, she's going to have you doing stuff now. Yeah, you're probably right there. You say you showed it to her, but did you show her the price as well? Or did you just say, look what I've ordered and I haven't got to pay for it up front? Mother's Day on Sunday. Yeah, Mother's Day in the UK on Sunday. Don't know about elsewhere in the world. That's a point. I don't know where you all are. Are you all UK based or? I'm sitting here near London, near Heathrow. So you're global or around local, or where are you all? So it's right, 48, 49, and 50. Let's have a look. Got to be on here somewhere, aren't they? 49, 49 and 50 are those two. North London, front and charge, local boy. Mike's here. I know where Mike is. But if you're only local in North London, then that makes the R2 meetup a bit more likely. Mike's near Chester. Who's Chester? Yeah. He's the guy sitting next to him on the sofa. Paul looked glued to this through, says, I know where you know where I am. I do know where you are, Paul. I know where you should be. I haven't checked outside my window recently. You might be there. I'm not going to check now because that'd just be scary. Right, what we got here? What are these bits? They go underneath that bit. And then they go on the sides. Cool. Ah, Joanna's in. Evening, Joanna. As has been said, how's the start for her? You got the other side stuck down yet? Clamped up underneath back seat. What we got there? We got that bit. Bought more clamps, both sides stuck down. Yeah, good. All the clamps everywhere. No more clamps in existence. They're all stuck on Joanna's Star Destroyer. Yeah, don't mention electrical failures in relation to that Star Destroyer, now it's all glued together. It won't go down well. Right, that's that. I don't know exactly what, but there it is. That's definitely guns. So I'm assuming that goes on the roof somewhere. Oh, that goes on the front. Right. We're coming close to the end, people. Where are we? 3 hours. 3 hours, is that? I don't know. 11? Yeah, started at 8, didn't I? So coming up on 3 hours. Still waiting for Chris to cut himself. Put that picture up earlier. No, that was real. That was real. That's a real wound. Not related to this wound, but it was a real wound. I never promised blood. It's not blood sports. I think I've emptied that. Don't know. Is it a sprue? Sort of is. It does a sprue job, doesn't it? I think that's empty. I'm not going to throw it away yet because I'm sure there'll be a bit that I've forgotten about that's just not on there. But there we go. Right. Let's see what we got with this bit. We've got little tiny pieces that fold in. I'm quite impressed that I've been doing this without any magnification. I was a little bit worried that I'd need to do magnification and then you lot wouldn't be able to see anything because I'd have my big head in the way. But I've got away without it. So what we got, that bit there, that goes down. Oh, and that goes up. Right, okay. Oh yeah, the Discovery's got photo etch, hasn't it? Oh yeah. Yeah, I know you got some photo etch for it. You got 2 packs, but apparently you can only use one of them. I'm not sure why that is though. Is there something that means you can only use one, or what's stopping you from using both bits? Oh, scaling issue. Okay. Two sets with different scales in the movie. They look weird together. Okay. I hadn't even thought about that as being a thing. So you can, they both will fit, but it's not going to look quite right with both of them in it. Fair enough. Right, that's that. That then goes on the front. I know that bit keeps coming off the bottom. That will hold in properly once the other bit goes on there. So let's get the gun on the front. Do. Yeah, I think you've got to have the pod bay doors, haven't you? If you don't have the pod bay doors, there's something wrong. Right, that's that on there. Now we've got to put this on there. It says tip, connect one tab at a time. And how many tabs we've got? 2, 3, 4, and those two through the bottom there. They're going to go through there. Where are they going to go? Oh, that's where the thing goes on the back. Okay. So we're putting those in the back there. Sorted. What else have we got? Those got to come up. Right, okay. So these have got to come upwards. And then they'll come through there. Come on, you two at the back. Get in. There you go. Right. There's that one. There's that one. That one folded over. No. Normal pointy tweezers. There we go. Oh. Normal pointy tweezers. This is where it either goes perfectly or nothing quite lines up. That bit's fallen off again. Nobody told me that bit had fallen off. There we go. That's getting there. Get those through there. And then the side bits on there. Sorted. Then these bits have got to curl up. Getting there. Last two bits. These two sort of shield cover things. Done. Last bits, they've got to fold into themselves. Cool. And that one goes the same. Right, so that bit goes on that side. So we've got 1, 2, 3. They're all just held in place with these little engine bits. And so we've got one goes right out there, one goes right out there, and one goes in the middle somewhere. One, two. I've got 2 out of 3. And the third one's got to be there somewhere, isn't it? Got these folded over, so I've not got to worry about them falling off. There you go. That one. And this one exactly the same. That one comes out. That one comes out a bit. And that one stays in the middle. There's one. No, not that one. Do. And that's that bit. Right, I'm done. Thank you all for sticking with me, or popping in and visiting, or watching some at least. I'll give it a polish up where I can and get some pictures put up on my Facebook page. Done, and only a little over 3 hours. So I don't know if that. Let's turn around so you can see. So I can see. White balance is pretty rubbish. There you go. Which way? That way. That way. There you go. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. It looks nice. Lots of detail in there. Yeah. Thanks for all joining me in the chat. Thanks for keeping me company. As ever, if you enjoyed me building, I don't know that I'll probably come along and do another one of these at some point. Leave a message in the thing to tell me what you think I should build, and I'll see what I can get. But thanks for watching. As ever, I hope you like the channel, subscribe, follow me for more. Keep coming back. Watch me build some real kits at some point. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Good night all.